Well, hello.
Hi guys.
Mork's on here. Just coming back. Though we're in LA, we just came back from Comic-Con.
We drove back from San Diego just now, and it was a crazy few days. So first thing we thought we'd do is head over to a food truck and get some food.
Yeah. Oh, hello. We've ordered the food and we are sitting down. We got banh mi's, which are Vietnamese sandwiches. Is basically what they are. We all got the exact same, the barbecue pork one, because you know, barbecue pork is delicious. Anyways, it's just the three of us today. Just Shredder on the camera right now. Ryan over there looking hot on the whatever insert you're playing on the sauce.
Okay. Hot
He's
sauce.
getting his sauce, his hot sauce.
Sauce out.
And then me on lead sandwich.
Comic-Con happened.
We did Comic-Con. It was Schroeder's and my second one. Ryan's first.
Popped my Comic-Con cherry.
Yeah. Popped it wide open.
Ew.
And Odom and Fish had it like a family friend visiting, so they had to miss it. Nerds.
So how was experiencing your first Comic-Con? Just in a nutshell.
In a nutshell,
what would you say in summary?
it was cool. Like I'd never seen anything on that scale. Like I've been to conventions, but I'd never seen
The convention.
that many people in one space. It was insane. The floor was cool. It was like unleashing my inner child. There were so many toys. I got to play Legos.
Dude, he
Grown
rocked
man,
Legos.
26 years old. I get to play Legos. It was fun.
Oh, creativity stifled.
Come on, Master Builder.
Be a master builder.
I need the glue.
You master build every day. Come on.
I do master build a lot.
There was like, of course, all the big high quality figures that are like $400. We love looking at those. Probably never buy them. And I love how they make them so realistic and then add giant breasts on top of them, you know?
Why not?
That works out really well. It was funny, we were talking about like, they had some figures on sales, but they were like the posable figures, and we're like, we're adults, man. We don't want points of articulation in our figures. We want them to be statues.
The more articulate we become, the less articulation we want in our figures. That sounded really douchey. That was just me being like...
Just like a sir?
Just leave.
Here, give me this.
Look, here are my keys.
Your keys.
I actually didn't buy any toys. Was thinking about buying toys, and then lines happened. We're just like, oh, I want to get the Ghostbusters Funko, but they have like an hour-long line. I'm like, well, if I wait in the line for an hour, I'm not going to see the rest of this haul. So
Yeah.
I'd prefer to just walk around and see all the cool stuff. It's like a signing for the Mega Man comic. I'm like, oh, I haven't read those yet. So I bought the first trade paperback and got it signed, and then I was like, yay! I bought a comic. So good for me.
Mega Man's not dead.
Yeah, Mega Man's not dead. He lives in our hearts and in
He's just now called
comics.
Mighty Number 9. That's his new name.
So that was cool. I got comics, which is an important thing to do at Comic-Con. And Davis bought more than one comic.
So they had a Villains Month for DC last September, I guess, and they did all of the issues had 3D covers, and it was like featuring the villain of that character instead of the hero. And I am a huge fan of like 3D art and stuff, and I simply had to have all of them. So I was trying to buy up all the ones. They had individual ones on the stand, and then the guy's like, I'll sell you all of them. And I was like, I'll buy all of them. And
how many issues was that?
well, it's 50 issues total. And he was missing the Deathstroke one, so I still have to hunt that down. But I had to buy an extra one because on the back of every one of them is an Arrow ad that's also 3D, and I fucking love Arrow, so I had to buy an extra.
So you bought?
It was like a half an hour ordeal from top to bottom, like from talking to him, bartering them. They had to like deliver the whole thing from another booth over.
I remember. I was there.
And then I had to carry a huge just box around for the rest of the day. And I'm a little baby, so I was complaining about it, but I'm happy because I got my comics. On Friday, we went to the Assassin's Creed guys had this like Ninja Warrior light obstacle course and a leap of faith thing that we did with.
You guys got to parkour the fuck out of it.
Yeah,
we did.
We did it with the Smosh Games guys, and
You rocked it.
I'm out of shape is what I learned.
My favorite part was they had the cannonballs going back and forth, and instead of like dodging it, you were just like, whoop, and just crawled through the whole thing. That was great.
I had fun. I was gonna make great time because at the beginning we thought we were doing like a time trial. We thought we were gonna be like competing against Smosh Games and win as we always do.
Yes.
But I got
As is tradition. I don't know why I
as
did
is tradition.
that.
But I got caught behind a woman who was very slow. So I was just like, I was gunning. I was doing really well. Like
And then
everything I finished in just like record time, and then I had to stop.
and he had to stop.
just did everything
not,
one
and
at
not
a
just
time.
stop, but stop for a while.
I had to stop for a while.
And she was like, she was this woman. She was trying to overcome some fears. I think I think that's what it was.
It was definitely like
She was like trying. She was trying her best. And she was like,
Something she
"This
told
is
herself
it
she was
at
gonna do."
Comic-Con. At Comic-Con, I'm gonna get over my fear of parkour."
While you guys were waiting for the leap of faith, she had gotten ahead, and she was up there for like 5 minutes contemplating whether or not to jump. So that's why I think this was like a personal goal for her. She was just like, I'm gonna do it, man. This is it.
It was, I don't know, it's like really silly, but also it's kind of like, you know what, go you. I mean, we all had to wait for you, and you ruined Ryan's amazing time. But, you know what, Comic-Con, that's not generally a place people face their fears, and you found a way to do it.
Or a place for physical activity, which is what we almost did exclusively.
Yeah,
There was so much physical activity.
yeah, so
Way
beyond-
more physical activity than
We did this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we played laser tag.
They already had like a laser tag. It was sponsored with Borderlands. It was not as cool as I was. It was like outdoor laser tag. I didn't even know that you could legally in California do laser tag outside. I thought that was an exclusive inside activity. Have you ever played laser tag outside?
The camera shaking. No.
Have you?
No,
I've only played it in dark rooms with like lights and
techno.
and smog
Yeah.
machines. And well, the guns we were using were like paintball guns that were customized, which were cooler than having those harnesses. But so when you got hit, you were supposed to return to your base before you could play again. But the other team figured out
Actually,
or knew.
one guy on the other
one
team.
guy, I guess, knew that you could go to your like just going to any base.
You can go to
would
the
work. So
enemy
he like
base and
just
respawn.
snuck. He like somehow snuck behind us and just was like shooting our team. We still won, but it was just like.
But he was just standing there, like being pew pew pew. So I like at one point, I just went over and stood next to him and just like pew pew, and wait for him to respawn. Pew pew, wait for him to respawn. Pew pew.
And then the game devolved into everyone just like.
Because then everyone figured out
Everyone's
you could just stand anywhere and respawn. So everyone just picked a spot and was like pew 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 pew.
No, I frequented Qzar as a child.
Yeah.
And like the goal was like you go to the enemy's base and then you go shoot their thing, and that's how you get more points. And so there's like a goal. Like for this one, like there was just like barricades, and you shoot the people with the yellow headbands,
Yep.
and they shoot at you.
We had epic green headbands.
You did. And I matched. I was wearing my green T-shirt.
Ryan did match. It was awesome.
But yeah, so it was just kind of like it was like Nom. It was like the Nom of laser tag.
There was no rules, man.
Well, and then after that, we had beer.
So yeah, beer.
As is tradition, was a mistake because we then ran a marathon away from zombies.
It was 1 mile.
The Walking Dead escape was in Petco Park, and they had like converted half of Petco Park into a zombie run. It was an obstacle course where you were sprinting for a long time.
Literally from like right from the start.
So right from the start, like,
They're just
yeah,
like they
were-
prep it. They like they give you all this whole like fake spiel, like there's an outbreak and
but
like,
this is the safe area, and then all of a sudden, all of the fences fall down, and there's fucking zombies, and you're like,
then just like
fuck,
go and just
fuck, no.
Here's the thing. I had the camera. I was gonna film the whole experience, and then right when the gates opened, it was just a full-on sprint for our life. It was every man for himself, and so I just left. And so everyone we were with, all the Smosh games, I left Shorter behind.
He's a bad,
And it was just
he's a bad
gone.
zombie apocalypse. I guess he's a good
gone.
self-survivor, but
And oh my god, like it was a 20-minute straight sprint, and so like they had checkpoints, and so you reach a point, and then like an actor would give you a whole thing like. And like the group you were ultimately with like just gradually got smaller. It's like an actual zombie apocalypse. I mean, I started off with everyone, and then it was just like me, Weston Lasercorn, and Freddie and Jimmy Wong, and some guys from Mega 64. And then like slowly the group got smaller, and then I was alone. And I was like leaping over barricades. My adrenaline hasn't been that high in a long time. There were a couple points like it was like just a long corridor. It was just me and the zombie, and it was just like something out of my nightmare. I couldn't turn around, and like part of me like still knew, like I knew she wasn't a zombie, so like part of me was like, she's also thinking to herself, man, I must look really cool. This guy's a pussy. But I was also like trying to figure out like the best way to maneuver around, and I don't know, it was terrifying and fun at the same time. And like yeah, like constantly you just thought it was done.
And then there was one more obstacle course. And one more obstacle course.
One more.
And so many people.
I was sweaty.
I was sweaty.
Guys, I am right there with you. I sat on the sideline. It was, I had to stand for like 20 minutes and like film from one angle. I got to see some fun stuff though. The zombies had fun. They all were really in character, as you guys could tell. They didn't run too, like I think they everyone played along and it made it good. So next year I might actually run it.
It was a lot of fun. I would do it again.
Yeah.
10 out of 10 would bang.
10 out of 10 would bang. And also I know we joked about being one of 3 billion people at Comic-Con, but we actually, a lot of you came up to us and that was cool. Thank you for saying hello to all those who we took pictures with. Special shout out to Poland. Mm-hmm. We have some Polish fans.
It was super cool.
They were very cool. Actually, all of you were cool. Everybody was cool.
Except for that one guy.
There was that
You know
one,
who you
know who
are.
you are.
You one guy.
Jerry. Did we meet a Jerry? Sorry if we actually met a Jerry.
No, I just wanted to see if we just said a random name and someone was
In the
someone
comments.
watching was like, I'm Jerry! No!
I asked you politely.
I was very unobtrusive.
No, everyone.
very
You
cool.
guys were cool. Other people weren't cool, but
No.
you specifically
guys
were cool.
So
Yeah.
thank you.
Especially Jerry.
Especially,
Yeah, especially Jared.
especially Jerry.
Wait, Jared or Jerry?
Jerry.
Sorry, there's the wind. I can't hear you.
It's
that
Larry
well.
now.
It's Larry. Larry David's a fan.
Yeah, clearly.
Well, that's like about it for Comic-Con and for this lunch.
That's it for us. That's it for Comic-Con. We loved it. We'll do it again. We'll do it next year. It'll be fun.
Yeah.
Bring it
Woo! Warp Zone. Whoop.